Hello, welcome back to the Friday edition, Friday lunchtime edition of a new video. And even more, I'm trying some new live stream service. You can see it at the bottom right, a little advertising there. Just trying that out, see how this works from my Chromebook and if I can properly stream and record and all that. What I want to do today is quickly look back at the overview, the diagram I showed and explained in the previous video. What I want to focus on today is the deployment to Vercel.com, where we basically take the Sapper application, we export a static version of the site, and then we try to integrate it into GitHub somehow, and then deploy that so that ideally, if this all works, for each pull request, we are going to have a preview URL where we can test that pull request in the end-to-end environment before we merge it into master and deploy to production. So let's see how we get on. I read a few documentations to just get a bit of an idea of how this works, but I haven't actually done that. So we'll go through that together and see how this works. Good. First things first, let's head over to GitHub, where we have a issue for that. So host site on Vercel. So we moved it into progress, and also have a quick look. As a website owner, I want to host a static site on Vercel. Okay, great. Technical notes. Good. All right. So what we want to do is copy this URL as we've done before. Use my Gitpod environment and open that up. While this is loading, we can go over to Vercel and sign up. Now, I believe, actually, hang on, let's do login because I already have an account. But we're going to continue with GitHub to merge that together. Good. So I have one created 3,316 days ago. Wow, that was a long time ago. 2011. Okay, so yes, we want a link. I want to link here. So we'll see what we find on that dashboard. Probably not too much. Yep. Fantastic. Good. So let's see if we see what happens if we import that project here, and we import that from a Git repository. The URL, enter the URL of the Git repository. Okay, we already have that here. Now we are using a monorepo, so our service is not actually at the root of the repository. It's down under services, and that's the older version. Go to V2 website. Let's see if that even works when we're not on the default branch. We'll find out. See if we can configure that somehow. Continue. If this is your personal GitHub account, Vercel GitHub can be installed, which is it is, yes. There's a few other projects. Let's have a look. Ding, ding, ding. Let's connect it to my personal account. Let's just do a specific repo. There's a few. Okay. Write access, read. Okay. Install. Let's see what happens. Password. Import project. Please select the directory within. Yeah, this only allows the root project. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. So I think what we need to do here is we're going to change a few things. We're going to create a long-living v1 branch, and we merge v2. Okay, so let's, I don't have it here. Okay, interesting. Or maybe, hang on, I can maybe make the v2 branch the default. Hang on a second. Yeah, let's look at that. Let's do this for now. We'll switch the default branch to v2 and see if Vercel can pick that up properly. Okay, so what we want to do, let's go back. Oh, we can't go back. No. What if we just abandon this and go to the project? Nice, okay. Let's try again and see if it properly picks up the default branch. That's our repo. Haha, much better. Okay, so services, there is not really a web, I believe. Oh yeah, we can delete that. That was in one of the videos previously. I had a bug where I typed web instead of website in the installation script. So that's just an empty folder that we have. But the actual source code is on the website. So what we want to import is the website directory. And all right, look at that. It recognizes this as a Sapper project. So, okay, not bad. We're going to continue. Project name looks good to me. Framework is Sapper. That is exactly correct. What do we have here? npm run build or Sapper export. Okay, let's have a look real quick. Because we do have a build script, I believe, but that's not what we want to do. Services, wrong branch, git checkout minus, oops, v20, that's better. Website, package.json. Yeah, so we have a build, but that's not what we want to do, right? What we really want to do is the export, so npm run export, to create a static version and then deploy that. So let's see. Yeah, let's overwrite that and make this npm run export. And the output directory, Sapper export. Yes, we're going to keep this. That's just the default. And let's see, environment variables. We don't have any at the moment. Let's see what happens if we deploy that. Okay. Congratulations. Oh, look at that. Your project is physically deployed. So we can visit this site. As easy as that. A couple clicks and we deployed a new version. In the source code, that code we see there matches what we have under source routes index. Welcome to Mike's website v2. That's exactly correct. Okay. Nice. That was easy and pretty straightforward. So now what I want to try is I want to try a preview deployment in a pull request. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new branch, git switch minus create v2.0 dash test Vercel preview, for example. Okay, and as you read it, make another P down here. Oops. We are testing a preview deployment on Vercel. Good. So we made a code change. we have that one file. We're going to commit that. Add a test paragraph. Fabulous. We push it, create a branch up on GitHub. I could probably configure that to avoid copy pasting this every time I create a branch, but for now, let's just keep it like that. Excellent. So over here, we should now see a new branch. And because I set the v2 as a default, it doesn't show us the other yellow box for the v2 pull request that we saw in the previous video. That's good. Okay, so let's create a pull request. I may have to configure the Vercel. No. Haha, all done automatically. Cool. So this pull request is being automatically deployed with Vercel. To see the status of your deployment, click below or on the icon next to each commit. All right. Inspect and preview. Okay. Very cool. Okay, we even have show environment, view deployment, opens a new tab. Let's see if we see our new paragraph. We do. Very nice. And back on our production URL, we'll obviously fix that in a minute to point it to a proper website. But here, if we refresh, we don't see the new line yet. So this is perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to do. We have a pull request with a static version of that specific pull request deployed to a unique URL, as you can see here. There's a postfix to my project ID or name. And then you can see that we have the new line here. We are testing the preview. And on the production, we don't have that. That's great. Now, I'm going to try one more thing because I know that used to work in the past. So let's say we are going to make a code change again to our source code, and we push a second commit to that pull request. So we are testing a preview Vercel. This is deployment 2. We're going to sure. For now, we push that. And if we go back here into our pull request, we see that pull request came in, or the commit was pushed. Vercel is pending. Okay. Vercel is deploying. Nice. Give that a minute. Now I want to see if we get a new URL or if it's reusing the existing one that we had. Let's give that a minute. If we go here and refresh, we still see the old version. That's the first commit we had in the pull request. There we go, show environments. And do them next to each other. So fantastic. Oh, look at this. This is our first commit to the pull request. This is our second commit to the same pull request. So we get 2 unique URLs. This is extremely cool. And we can now basically take that URL and either send it to people to review, or something we're going to set up later is the idea I have, that what I would like to do is set up automated tests against that specific URL. So every time we push a commit to GitHub, what happens is Vercel deploys the website to a new URL, and then we run our end-to-end tests against that URL so that we know the code changes for the pull request, they still pass all the end-to-end tests that we have in mind. Okay. This is great. We actually achieved what we tried to do. Now I want to try one more thing. Let's close these preview URLs. As I said, this is our production URL. Once we merge the pull request here, once we merge that into our v2 branch, then I want to deploy to that michaelnicholas-com.now.sh. I'm pretty sure this is just going to work, but I also want to try to add an alias of next.michaelnicholas.com. This is what we did in a previous video. If you remember, let me quickly find that. I think, just bear with me one sec. I'm looking this up here. It was in our branching video that I had right here. I copy that. So let me show you that. Remember, we talked about in a previous video about different branching. So v2.0, I want to point it to next.michaelnicholas.com. And these two commits you see here, these are the two tabs we looked at just before the two deployments. All right, so next.michaelnicholas. Let's go back to Vercel. Great, so open dashboard. This is our project. And I'm pretty sure here, for example, that looks promising. These domains are assigned to your deployments, optionally a different grid branch, or redirection to another domain. Okay, so let's try next. Probably have to validate that somehow, but let's try. Add this. Invalid configuration. So this is because my name servers are not pointing to Vercel's DNS. They're pointing to Google domains at the moment. So let's see if we can yeah, we're going to do that because for the moment I want to keep my domain name servers the way they are. So okay, easy peasy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these this value to my domain servers. Okay, so this I'm going to do this on a different screen because there's my personal stuff in there. But basically, you can do this on your DNS provider. You can just go in and create a CNAME and provide these values there. So just bear with me for a minute. One sec. Just need to log in real quick. Okay. So basically, if we can configure that, we should be able to achieve that next.js. Okay. Okay, I see. Just bear with me. Because I'm sharing my screen, I cannot actually change to my other account. I'm using not my personal account here. So let me see if I can do this on my phone. Domains. That would be pretty cool if that just worked. We may actually have to wait for that CNAME to propagate, but it shouldn't be too much work. There we go. Okay. Here, DNS. And we want to add a new custom record. Okay, so it says, okay, so next. And then this is a CNAME. And the domain name we want to point it to is cname.vercel-dns.com. Add. Yeah, okay, that may take up to 48 hours. So just bear with me for 48 hours while this is propagating. No, just joking. We can try, see if this is faster than 48 hours. Not really. Next cm cname.vercel-dns.com. Okay, so the cname is set. It may take a little while until this propagates all the way through, but eventually, when this is all configured and it's refreshing automatically. Cool. So once this is all done, we should then be able to go to https next.micronicholas.com, and this should then basically display the same content as we have on our production site at the moment, which is the v2 branch of my GitHub. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stop this recording, I think, and then I will come back. Never mind. That's faster than we thought. Okay, cool. So it now says we have a valid configuration. It's assigned to the default branch, exactly what we want. Let's have a look. We can probably change. Okay, if we wanted to, we could do that here. No need for now. We already switched the default branch in GitHub. So fine. Now, is this all we needed to do? Yeah, might still be a bit soon. We'll keep an eye on that over the next little while, and then by the time I record the next video, we should be in better shape here. But yeah, with that, we let's quickly recap. We created an account on Vercel, or linked it to an existing one, and we connected to GitHub, assigned it to this project. We also changed the default branch just so that Vercel could pick that up the very first time. And now what we can do is every time we have a commit to the pull request, we get a unique URL that we can click on, and then we see the latest code for that specific commit, and we can preview that on a unique URL. We can share that with the QA team or with other people who are interested in this new version. And even more importantly, what we're going to do in a future video, we could now run end-to-end tests against that. Fantastic. That was great. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And what I'm going to do is, put the links up and share all that. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. Let me know. And if you're new and haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if this is the kind of content you're curious and interested in. So looking forward, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.